There was something magical about booting up Fable for the very first time. You didn't just step into a new world, you stepped into a story that noticed you. It was 2004, I was a teenager, just old enough to understand choices, but still young enough to think heroism was something simple, clean, and obvious. But Fable changed that for me. It asked me a question I had never been asked by a game before. Not what do you want to win, but who do you want to become? At my 30s, looking back on this game, I realized that question was more important than I knew at the time. One of the first things that set Fable apart was how alive the world felt, not just in visuals or sound, but in behavior. You do something small, help someone find their lost item, break into a house, flirt with a townsperson, and the whole world responded. People remembered. Children would cheer for you, or run from you. Shopkeepers would raise prices if you were feared, or greet you warmly if you were loved. The game didn't just simulate a world, it made you part of it, and for the first time I realized that in games and in life, our choices ripple. Even when we think no one is watching, someone always is, and that ripple changes things. I remember starting the game with a clear goal. I would be good, pure, the kind of hero you want to carve into a statue. I took the noble path. I helped strangers. I turned out bribes. I watched my halo glow, literally above my head. But after a while, I got curious. What happens if I say no to helping this person? What if I take that coin pouch? What if I lean into power? And that curiosity changed everything, because Fable didn't punish me, it reflected me. My skin darkened, villagers grew uneasy, my legend twisted. It wasn't about bad versus good, it was about identity. And that was one of the most powerful things any game had ever shown me. That morality isn't about avoiding evil. It's about recognizing that you always have the capacity for both. Fable's reputation system was more than clever mechanics. It was a mirror. Your titles, your clothing, even your physical appearance changed based on how you behaved. And with that came something I didn't expect: pressure. At first, I enjoyed being praised. People cheering as I walked into town, kids pretending to be me, bards singing songs of my victories. But eventually, that spotlight felt heavy. What if I made the wrong choice? What if I disappointed them? And then it hit me. Just like in real life, sometimes the expectations of who you are. And it hit me. Just like in real life, sometimes the expectations of who we are becomes a burden. Fable made me ask, am I doing good because it's right, or because I like how it makes me look? Fable is filled with epic quests, monsters, and magical powers, but what I remember most, what truly stayed with me, were the quiet moments. Sitting under a tree outside the guild, listening to villagers gossip, watching the sun set over Oakvale. These moments weren't objectives, they were just life, and they reminded me that not every lesson comes from conflict. Some of them come from silence, from noticing, from being still, from seeing the world you've shaped breathe without you pushing it. When I revisit Fable now, I see it differently. At the time, the morality system felt revolutionary. Today, it feels charmingly simple, but emotionally, it still hits just as hard. Because now, I understand that being a hero isn't a one-time decision. It's a series of small, often invisible choices. It's not just about saving the world, it's about how you treat it while you walk through it. Fable didn't give me deep mechanics, it gave me deep reflection, and at my 30s, I value that far more. Let's be honest, Fable didn't deliver on all its promises. Peter Molyneux dreamed big, and while some things fell short, the heart of what he wanted to achieve did make it through. A world that noticed you, a story that changed depending on your spirit, and a reminder that the most powerful part of any journey is your growth, not just your gear. Fable wasn't perfect, but it was important. We need more games that aim for the heart, even if they don't always hit every mark. Fable taught me that games aren't just stories we're told, they're stories we write, one decision at a time. It taught me that identity is fluid, that morality is more complex than we think, that being seen, truly seen, can be both empowering and terrifying, and that, in the end, your legacy isn't just how many enemies you've defeated, it's how you made the world feel when you walked through it. Fable let me practice being the person I hoped I could be, and sometimes the person I was afraid I might become. That's not a fantasy, that's truth. So, what did I learn from Fable? That being a hero isn't about glory, it's about choice. It's about walking the path step by step and being honest with yourself about who you're becoming. Not in a cutscene, but in the quiet, in the world that's watching. This is That Ambient Gamer, and this is what I learned. Let me know in the comments. Who were you in Albion? And who are you now? Thank you for watching.